3,
Yes,
2.
sir.
Eilif, can you just talk about the excitement? Your first BBL media day, clean slate, starting 0-0, get ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. As the BBL season approaches, I think that there's a lot of excitement, but also it's nerve-wracking. Who knows what's gonna happen this season? We have another member who's hasn't been able to participate in who knows how long, due to injury and just prior dramas like him getting a underage girl pregnant. Just a lot of stuff. Next question.
I don't remember that. So, Eilif, what do you have to say to the critics who say you won't be able to balance your personal life and the basketball?
I think that they're completely spot on. I got a lot going on. And it's gonna be hard, but this is what I've been crafted and made by God to do. I handle these pressures well, but I have priorities, and the BBL season is just probably number 3 on the list. So we'll see.
Okay, so kind of bouncing off of that, Eilif, you're the shortest player in the league, and most people know you for your soccer abilities and soccer interests. So, what can you bring to the game to be more aggressive and dominant, even though basketball isn't your main focus?
That is a good point. I'm lacking in height for sure, especially with these tall giants around me. But some of them are not athletic at all. But some are. And I just have to out-hustle them. Also, my soccer background, it's going to help me here. I'm going to be able to out-hustle them. Just endurance battle some of them, but we'll see how it goes.
Alright, what do you have to do to stay locked in on the defensive side of the ball?
I always struggle with defense, but, they call me a 5'8" board hunter for a reason. I just can't get blocks, and I kind of get and I can get big bodied because I'm little. So I just got to get low, stay on my ground. Maybe some devious little antics will happen also. Let my fingers dance.
Whoa.
You know what
Whoa. Keep
Okay.
time friendly, please.
Okay, so
that means tickle, by the way. Nothing.
we've been asking every team this. How many games out of 10 for each will you win against Tam, Liam, and Raven?
Tamarack, I believe I can get 7 to 10. Raven Broa, I think 10. Liam McNiff, I've always struggled with that in the past. My coach likes to arrest me for those games sometimes. I know the BBL is not fond of that, but I think I'll get hopefully at least one.
At least one. Okay. Speaking of rankings, how do you feel about your ranking in the league? I know that a lot of times the people doing the rankings didn't have a lot of communication with you when they were making these cards, and you kind of ended up middle of the pack, maybe towards the lower end. So,
other people need that. Can we get a refill?
Can you repeat that question?
How do you feel about your rankings, and do you think they should be higher, lower?
I think it's absolutely atrocious. When those rankings were made, I was the number 1 seed, and I got the worst card, lowest rating. Make it make sense. And I think they're completely biased, and only one person really made them. I was not able to vote.
What's your overall goal for the season?
I like to follow in the footsteps of probably my hero, the Purple Hoser. Podium is what matters. Podium is a win.
So, top 3.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay. So, neither me.